Good afternoon or good morning, Speed Gaming, and welcome to Link to the Past Randomizer main tourney. This is a group stage match between Kaede Rukawa and ShivaHaze. Today we're playing Ambrosia. I am Radical Sniper 99, should be joined momentarily by Udiamonistic. We'll see what happens there. In terms of our group play, so Group Endgame or Group E, this group currently is roughly figured out. We're playing for seeding mostly today. Currently at the top of Group A is Matt7898 at 5-1. ShivaHaze is 3-1 at the moment, with still 2 games to play versus the rest of our division. So today is against Kaede. There is also going to be a match against James FNX. James and Kaede are both 1-4, so they've got one match to go. Unfortunately, not going to be moving on to the brackets. But we are getting underway here, and we find out that our boots are in Swamp Palace. So, if you haven't played Ambrosia, or haven't heard of Ambrosia, this is a standard start mode. You start in Link's house, you go rescue Princess Zelda. Apparently you find a glove today. And you go through this with a sword. Kaede is going to take a bit of a different approach, going to make sure to get a bomb. I really like that play. You've got the glove, you got a 50-50 shot right outside Link's house. Just taking that extra little time to make sure you get a bomb. We also get that map check pendant over at Eastern and Desert with I believe that was a red crystal up at Hera. I knew it was at least a crystal. So we've got 2 pendants in Light World and 1 crystal. So all we're missing is a pendant for Dark World. We'll find out where that goes. And easily, we are already at the Master Sword. We also find out from our guards there, the guards and rats are part of the same prize pack. So what we know is our guards are part of the arrow drop pack, which means they won't be giving Shiva any bombs. So that leaves just the rats in the back of Escape to have a chance for getting the bomb necessary for back. Luckily, having that glove probably means it's a little less worrisome. You know, when you get that early glove, you go, okay, even if I don't find bombs, I can still, get back there. I can buy bombs later. I can open up the back and do whatever. The only real question just becomes, is there something there that makes Kakariko first trip a lot better? So, for example, if Kaede finds a bottle or a flute, hammer and powder, something in the back of Escape that becomes an extra check, it just becomes simplistic. It becomes easier to make the extra checks. So that was a really heads up play, I have to say, from Kaede. Of course, it does mean ShivaHaze is much further into Escape already, and for all we know, we're going to get bombs somewhere in these chests. We do get blue mail, though. Yeah, this is a huge match for seeding. You're really trying to lock in a better spot. Not to say that there is any runner who is better or worse or anything like that. No matter what the case, you're going to run into some great opponents in brackets. But being able to give yourself, if you can get a 5-1 record or, 4-2 record, a little better can help you in the long run here. Yeah, if you're wondering why we have this early split in timing, Kaede did a map check right out of Link's house, as well as picking up the 50-50 rock outside of the house to get that 1 bomb. So far, we know that the guards and snakes will not have bombs, so this is looking like a good play from Kaede. So, and the other thing to mention today is that we do have the MSUs available. And from what I can tell, Kaede is the audio we're using, and it is the Fire Emblem Awakening MSU. Yeah, and as Shady Force points out in chat, really there is no immediate benefit to being in any group over the others, or have any necessarily great seating. There's a chance you could get maybe a better matchup, but overall, everybody at this level is going to be a tough out. And turns out that the rats are part of our bomb pack, so that answers that question. We get some big money, a third sword already, as well as a heart container. Wow, the game is just throwing the swords at us. And right now, Shiva is grinding out some extra bombs. He's going to have 7 entering Kakariko. Really nice. As Kaede's up to 2 now as well. So we'll see if we grind out any more as well. So get us up to 3. That's great. And ShivaHaze is opening the last chest of escape, forgetting that it's the map. Understandable. It happens. You kind of get that muscle memory built in. And Kaede remembering, no, that's not something I need. So both of our runners are going to skip the agate ledge check. Understandable without the boots and given how far they are into this seed. And that's a fire rod there in the Lost Woods mushroom spot. And we also have the cape already. Interesting setups here. We are really just getting rewarded with all the items so far. And I believe that's our tier 2 tree pull, giving us red rupees. So Kaede making a few extra stops along the way, you know, leaving us just a little bit behind so far, and not exactly paying massive dividends yet. I was about to say, I thought Shiva might skip the all the rupees in the back, given how generous the seed's been with that 300 to start, but still going to pick up the extra rupees, maybe thinking, can I get the money for Zora? It is already in Logic. So in the well, though, we do get Arcane of Samaria. We have our other rod. We've got the Ice Rod and our Quake Medallion. Wow, this seed is loaded to start. Quick start here on this one. And we are now joined by Fear Agent as a co-com today. Hello, Fear.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Not as great as these runners are with all these items we've got.
Yeah, starting out with glove and coming out of the escape with tempered sword and both rods. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, we've got so many options. Well, not many options in terms of completable dungeons, but can't complain. We've got tempered sword to start, and there's our pearl in the back of the tavern. So we're just a hammer or mitts from Dark World.
And I believe boots are in swamp. Is that right?
Yes. We're still not sure if that might be a pendant. We do have 2 pendants in Light World, so good chance that it is a crystal swamp.
Yeah, I'd take my chances that it's a crystal there.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we might get when we check out Eastern Saha area, I wonder if they talk to Saha just to find out which one of the pendants is green. Because that's the last one we really need to know.
Oh, right. They might not even get there though. We might just find the mitts or the hammer down here at South Shore.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple of easy options here. Usually we only talk about talking to Saha or Bomb Vendor in a keys seed, but in this one, there's definitely an argument to be made to talking to Sahashrala just to find out where your other one is. And skip the map check. And Kaede is going to give us the
Houlihan.
Yeah.
Wow. Guaranteed to get the Zora money. That's a bold play.
Yeah, it's interesting. We got so many rupees to start, and just saying I'm close enough, and Pearl means easy. I can do the water walk or the fake flipper stuff. So
I like it. I like it. Take a chance.
Yeah.
It's always frustrating though when you do something like that. Then you go to Mini Moldworm Cave and there's 200-300s just sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be very interested to see what we get out of here for Shiva, and gotta watch out a little bit. Well, 2.5 hearts, but luckily Moldworms aren't doing much damage, and they're also part of the bomb pack.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, early bow. So that means pod is also a pendant.
No money. That bow, that's tough on that play now, because we don't have a ton of options that are better than Eastern Saha anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you're guaranteed an item on the boss in this mode, so it makes Eastern a little bit more appealing, even though it is a pendant. And with Fire Rod, potentially the boss is in logic as well.
Yeah, it can be a tough decision now for this mode. I think this is the one thing that makes this mode difficult in a sense, is being able to make that call and saying, do I want to invest all the time into a long dungeon, like a deep play into Eastern?
Yeah, here's the thing that I've kind of concluded watching these tournament races is I feel like people are afraid of pendant dungeons. I see people clearing overworld more than going to pendant dungeons a lot of times, and sometimes you just got to make the play, not be afraid just because it's a pendant.
Agreed.
So no fake. Oh, we are going to get a fake flipper, or maybe he's just going to check the island because he could have instilled there, but
yeah, I thought maybe we get the splash deletion, especially considering if we do beat Eastern all the way, we won't be able to.
Right. You still could. You just got to reset the insula.
This is one thing I'm a little unfamiliar with. I know usually it comes down to lamp strats. Is the other way to reset the insula? I think it's drowning a bunch of bombs.
Yeah. You could just sink a bunch of bombs right in the water there. There's a 300 in the back of Saha.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't help either of our runners.
Right. And apparently 500's not enough. I think he's thinking about Pod, having money for Pod. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance that this could turn into an Aga seed at this moment. I know people usually say, if I get more than Master Sword or Cape, then clearly the seed's it's screaming Aga, and that's the kind of play. And maybe you're thinking, I've got Tempered Sword, I've got Cape, this is clearly going to turn into Aga.
Mm-hmm. I think we find our Dark World progression here.
I would agree at this point. I mean, we still need the lamp anyway, so there's definitely a room for finding stuff. But there is the map out of our first chest of Eastern.
I think the big question is the big key in the next two chests or not. And I missed what was at the dude under the bridge there.
I think that was just a heart or a piece or a container, so
okay.
No real benefit at this point.
So we had a map in the first chest of Eastern and the compass in the second chest of Eastern.
Wow.
So what's available after this? Gina?
Yeah. The mushroom turn-in.
Oh, the mushroom turn-in, correct.
And Zora.
Yeah. Right.
We are running out of great options. I'm not a fan of any of those, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. So,
I think I'd be a little happier if we had maybe the hammer and could try to do like a fake powder before turning in that mushroom.
An out of logic bottle there. And there is the big key, so the last two items, or let's see, there is an item in the vanilla big key chest, right?
Yeah, that's the one benefit I think that gets, overlooked sometimes with Ambrosia, is you're not gambling the big key chest of Eastern anymore.
Yeah. Just a shield on Zora's ledge. So the Zora check is the only of these water checks that are in logic. We'll see if it has anything.
Well, there's an in-logic bottle now to go with our out-of-logic one.
Yeah. So add another check that's kind of out of the way. I imagine we'll see. Is it Kaede? Is that how you pronounce it?
That's
Kaede?
how I've been pronouncing it.
Okay. We just head over to Eastern as well. See if he talks to Saha. Gets us that green pendant info. There's the hammer. Out of logic hammer.
Oh, so where is our lamp?
Lamp on... it'd be funny if lamp was on Armos Knights.
That would be perfect.
Can be.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get the torchlight instead.
We got Turtle Rock as our green pendant.
So I noticed in chat there was a lot of talk of, this is confirmed pendant, this is confirmed pendant based on the early equipment or early info.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess one of these superstitions was correct this time.
Yeah, early ice rod means pendant DR.
And I think at this point, do you just rush pod if you're Shiva?
Yeah, I think we might be getting the lamp here. Like something's going to put that hammer in the logic. It could be the bottle. It could be the mushroom. We'll see here. It's nice, quick Armos kill. There is the lamp. There it is. So the seed wanted you to kill at Armos, then go back in and get the hammer. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's great logic here, game. Thank you.
All right, so we are fully ready for the Dark World and equipped up for Pod. And we know that, well, he'll find out that it's a crystal here in a second.
Yeah, no, this works out great. 2 quick, easy crystals. We'll have that one before 25 minutes is up. So great start. And I mean, when we get over to Village of Outcasts, we've got Skull and Thieves. Other 5, 6 was Ice Palace. So
not a bad set of pendants and crystals.
I think the only thing that's a little concerning is the fact that we've got the full TR kit now, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just a question of the mitts, and we'll get those eventually.
Right, and a way to get over there. But this is Ambrosia, and I found with Ambrosia is that every seed in Ambrosia is terrible. So I imagine we're going to have to take a trip to Turtle Rock at some point. I don't think I've ever played an Ambrosia seed where I was like, this is a really good seed.
Definitely a little rare.
All right, so trip into Palace of Darkness, and with, I mean, this is going to be cake, right?
The easy dungeon here. There is our map already. Unfortunately, that's not great for, you know, hoping for nice routing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ways to route this dungeon is hope for an early big key and then just do Helma first if I don't have the mirror. But now, even if you get the big key and if you get the big key on the right side here, that would only leave you with one small key.
Yeah, not the most ideal layout.
And ShivaHaze might go for some extra arrows here coming up. So we do get that arrow pot here. There are 2 arrow pots just up ahead as well. Meanwhile, Kaede given us a bit more traditional of a strat for that for the Igor room, making sure to hit that torch. That's what puts this play into logic for the lamp in our advanced logic set.
Wow, both Pod and Eastern. We got map compass first.
So in other words, the Ambrosia has not helped us.
Yeah, that sucks. So that means, I mean, that tells you right away that the other 4 or the other 3 chests that are available are all small keys. So you shouldn't have to do this check.
Yeah, we know this is going to be a small key here. Going to be a little bit of an extra time investment here from ShivaHaze. And Kaede just missing that last arrow, unfortunately, for the last Armos kill.
Picking up that lamp. Feeling pretty good, probably, about getting that hammer. So all the goods are in the back of Pod here. Kaede gonna do the exact same thing, just head right into Pod.
Yeah, Pod kind of living up to its name as the, or its old school name. I haven't heard this one in a while, but the, what was it, the Mullet Mansion, just because of the business in the front. So.
Right.
But we've got plenty of checks here in the back. 2 keys are somewhere. We'll see if we even pick them up, or how that's going to lay out. Maybe they're both here in this section, and we can get, or we get the hallway, but we'll see. But those are the flippers.
So still need the mirror, still need the hook shot to get those boots.
Now, how would you route Swamp Palace, I guess is the question, you know, when we get in there. Are you heading into left side first attempt, or?
It depends on, are we in go mode at that point, or is it still pretty early? If it's early enough, I'm doing left side first, but
I mean, if that's our last dungeon because we get a go mode mirror. Because honestly, hookshot would be probably a different case. But, you know, if you get like a go mode mirror, are you considering skipping left side and then maybe not even finding boots?
I don't know. That's a tough call. I feel like I don't want to do the left side at all, so I'm going to make whatever decision is the wrong decision.
I think we all worry about that. Set up for that death warp. A little early on that second bomb, unfortunately. But there's the death warp from ShivaHaze, so Helma up next.
So from here, you've got a fully clearable Skullwoods, a fully clearable Thieves Town. So we're looking for a way to kill Moldorm or get to Hera. We need mitts for Ice Palace. So mere hookshot, mitts, and flute. That's what we need. Okay.
Yeah, and a possibility
Still
for a medallion or two.
That's true. A lot of checks though going over to the Village of Outcast area.
Well, I'm usually a big proponent of the Hype Cave start for Dark World. I'm wondering at this point, you know, do you just focus on those 2 crystals instead?
Yeah, Hype Cave's a quick. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's got a different philosophy on entering the Dark World. I feel like I'd start at Skullwoods and work my way down though.
Yeah, it could work out really nicely if you find Mirror and Hook along the way to Swamp.
Yeah. It's a tough call. Like Hype Cave is a quick 5 checks, but you find the mitts and you're walking over to Thieves Town, you're kind of tempted to do Smith Chain at that point.
Looks like both of our runners forgetting a little bit on the key logic here.
Yeah.
And that this is going to be a small key, unfortunately. So nobody really gains or loses time on this one.
Mm-hmm. Blazing through these dungeons. It's kind of what you want to see. You want to see our runners clearing those crystal dungeons when they can.
Yeah, that's one of those things that's really important, is just having that ability to stay in crystal dungeons.
Yeah. Those fireballs doing a little work on Shiva there, but able to pull it out with the Tempered Sword and Blue Mail. So the only thing we got out of Pod was the flippers. Is that correct?
Yeah, looks like that was our only actual progression in there.
So see where Shiva wants to go from here. It looks like he is going to do that Hype Cave start that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like you and I both run a ton, and it's one of those things is like a lot of people will tell you traditional routing for Dark World start is you start Hype Cave, because if you get mitts, it just leads very nice into Thieves and Skull area.
Mm-hmm.
But given just how much we're hoping to be able to go into Swamp Palace eventually, I think there's an argument to be made for maybe shifting it up a little bit this time.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll get a look at Hype Cave here. Quick 5 items. Start with a heart container. Not much help. Some more money. A heart piece. $20. And 3 bombs. Bit of a dud.
Yeah, big time dud there on Hype Cave. We are going to get Stumpy and the dig game as well. And did Kaede release a fairy? I thought we got a fairy out of the waterfall.
That was it was a B, and I
Oh,
think
was it a bee again?
Yeah, I think he.
I thought the throw into the waterfall was a
Oh,
fairy.
yeah. See, I missed what he got out of the waterfall, but it's not a
Okay.
fairy because he was able to death warp there, so that's good. Nothing at Stumpy.
It looks like traditional routing could have just been the wrong play this time.
Yeah, I mean it's the luck of the draw, right?
I will say the plus side to this is ShivaHaze could easily go from, do Village of Outcasts into Skull Woods and then do a North Dark World for Bumper Ledge and over to Catfish Pyramid.
Yeah. Here's the problem: is you're clearing a bunch of overworld when you have 2 crystal dungeons that have between them 6 items. So I don't know.
Oh, of course, and that's the thing. Like, I don't see a reason for us to necessarily, like, I would still do Village of Outcasts no matter what. And by the time you complete those 2 crystal dungeons, you're hoping you have another one in Logic.
Yeah.
But if not, I think the early cape is maybe signaling something to you, and you're just running out of great checks after those 2 dungeons.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, cape, you could just have the cape just because it's there. It could put Spike Cave in Logic.
Knowing where that one bottle that we do have a logical bottle does put Spike Cave in Logic with the cape.
So if you're Shiva from here, do you go Village of Outcast to Skull Woods or Skull Woods to Village of Outcast?
I know a lot of people will tell you go Skull Woods first, as Shiva's doing, just because no boots makes slashing all the bushes really annoying. But I think I would still go VOO first.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I feel like with his route, I would have done Thieves first.
I do like the fact that we're going to the middle and back of Skull Woods first. Hope to maybe get the 2 items here first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know one of the 2 items is going to be on the Moth, so let's get that first, and then hope that maybe the front portion of Skull Woods isn't a garbage fire.
Yeah.
Hopefully the second item is not in pinball.
Mm-hmm. So let's see where Kaede goes from here. He might do the Village of Outcast Skull Woods play first, and he is starting from Sank, so might get a little meetup here in Skull Woods.
We are going to get a Death Warp from ShivaHaze on this under the bridge check. Oh yeah, we are going to get that bottle turn in for Sick Kid.
Oh, right. Yeah. Forgot all about that. Just $20. So I feel like for Kaede, starting at Skull Woods makes more sense since he could route it south from there.
Yep. No, I agree with you on that one. Although, given Kaede coming to Magic Bat for the fake powder, this could turn into Thieves Town first.
Do you like this play?
I don't hate it. I go both ways on this play sometimes. I like doing it, but I've found too frequently it just never seems to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
If the game wants you to have powder for that check, it will give it to you. I think this is one of those plays that a lot of people hope for, and it just almost never works out.
Yeah.
The 1 in 10, the 1 in 50 that it does, it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, it doesn't really work out.
The only thing I don't like about it is you're heading into Skull Woods with no magic.
Yeah, and that's why I think we might see Kaede go Thieves first.
Yeah. I mean, there is a magic refill in Vanilla Big Key Chest in Skull Woods, but so Moth didn't give us anything, but just a piece of heart. And I don't think we've seen the second item yet, right?
No, I don't believe so either. Kaede is still going to Skull Woods. So gonna have to do the Vanilla Big Key Chest, the intended strategy. Or isn't there a magic in one of these pots?
Small magic, yeah.
Or there's a small magic there.
Yeah. Realizes, hey, I can now use my Samaria. There's our mitts.
Wow, okay.
At this point, it feels like we are going to get go mode swamp. Gonna check the bumper ledge here to see if that's the reason we got that cape pretty early.
Yeah, I think that's the only unfortunate. Nope. No, yeah, shovel is not another.
TBD.
Yeah. Yeah, given those mitts, I think what we're gonna see here, like, I'm gonna guess that this caused Shiva to kind of go with a little bit of a reroute, thinking originally maybe I'm doing Thieves to North Dark World, and instead getting those mitts is saying I'm gonna go Village into a Smith chain of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Question in chat: what music is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is the Fire Emblem Awakening music being used on this one. One of the new features for the races here is the availability for our runners to use approved MSUs, and this is on that list. So, just some little personal flavor from some of our runners always.
Yeah, it's nice that MSUs are now being allowed to be used on Restream.
Yeah, I mean, for as much as I love the classic music, it is nice to occasionally switch it up.
All right, so into Thieves Town.
Yeah, one of the dungeons you definitely prefer to have the ability to use boots through, but you can't really shy away from this check now. You got to do this while you're here.
So let's say we finish Thieves Town here and we leave basically with the same equipment. Are you grabbing the smiths and hammer pegs, or are you just immediately going to Ice Palace?
I think you have to hit hammer pegs. Whether or not you do the smith chain, whether or not you pick up Jeremiah, I think you should still do hammer pegs either way. If that's something you're going to really gain from it. If that's the mirror, I think you want to do the smith chain completely. If it's hook shot, it can inform some of your ice logic a bit more. So I think you have to make the extra plays here. Or at least that one.
I'm tempted to skip both hammer pegs and smith.
I think the only thing is
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I feel like, especially during the qualifiers, and I know there's no such thing as like a preponderance of evidence or whatever when it comes to seeds, but how many times we had progression during quals in that location?
Yeah.
I almost feel like you have to make this check. I think we had, what, 2 or 3 seeds with hookshot alone?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 3 back-to-back races.
Yeah.
Balls. It was nuts. All right, so Kaede with his mitts now, gonna get his shovel off the ledge, and it's just those extra things that Kaede did that didn't really work out that have put him behind, like taking the time to houlihan and not getting anything out of those flippers checks. Though he is ahead all of the water checks, so there is that. So he's not. I wouldn't say he's like super far behind, but those little things add up, like houlihaning and. He took the time to pick up extra rupees from under the rock. And I think in the beginning, he even farmed bombs before escape. Yeah.
Yeah, we farmed one of the 50/50 drops, and it just worked out that, rats were part of the pool.
Yeah. So none of those plays are bad. They all make sense. Just none of them have really paid off yet. So.
Yeah, and if this seed just continues with this progression in the next dungeon kind of deal, or always having a crystal or two to do, it doesn't leave a lot of openings right now for Kaede.
Yeah. So I think we've seen Ether, and that's about it out of Thieves Town.
Yeah, that was our only real item to care about so far.
We see bombs, and then of course the last item will be on blind. So well equipped here for the blind fight, and more than well equipped, as just stay on script and don't have to take any damage at all.
Yeah. I mean, as long as I've got a sword, I'm happy. Let's avoid hammer and Samaria blind.
So not quite on script, but still not a problem.
Yeah, close enough for this kind of fight. And we got our first shield.
Yeah. So here's the question that I posed. Do you do any, especially for ShivaHaze, since he's already headed south and done Dig Game, Stumpy, and Head Cave and all of that? Is he going to save and quit, or is he going to check hammer pegs here?
I'd still check hammer pegs. I think okay, so we do have the brewery here first. But yeah, I think I still do hammer pegs, and I skip the smith. It's unfortunate because the smith would be really convenient with a shovel check.
Right.
But I feel like you just rush Ice Palace.
So here is that. We're going to figure out who gets Ice Palace first. You or me, because I'm not doing hammer pegs. You are doing hammer pegs. And if it pays off.
Yeah, and that's the thing about, we all kind of acknowledge this as runners of randos. Sometimes there is a play that is good on paper and doesn't pay out. And like, you can watch a race and go, I agree with every play you're going to make, and you're just going to lose because it's the wrong order.
Right, yeah. So, hammer pegs, just 10 arrows. And gonna check out that shovel. Since he did get the cape rather early, feels like trying to follow that. And just $20. The real question is, how thorough do you want to be in a 1v1 race? Do you want to leave anything behind, or do you want to be efficient and clear everything?
Yeah, and I think this is an interesting idea. You and I have have been at this for a little bit, but does execution come into this as a question? Do you go,
Sure.
I think I execute a little better, I can make the extra checks, I just have to be faster than them. We talk about this with the qualifiers of like the concept of qualifier safe, where overchecking
qualifiers
is
are such
kind
a
of like
different beast, though, since you have so many runners, and you don't have to win the race. You just have to place okay. I feel like there's more incentive to play safe in a qualifier.
Yeah.
Or just go ham and just go immediately to progression. But
wanting to watch the world burn.
Yeah. In 1v1 races, it's so different. And you always assume your opponent made all of the correct plays, too.
Yeah, that's a really tough part as a runner is to not kind of get that doom and gloom factor starting to go. But Kaede walking in on the blind fight here.
So not hitting the switch means he is going to have to full clear because he's going to need the big key. I'd be tempted.
This.
I'd be tempted to hit the switch just because you got the one item in the first chest.
Yeah, and
the second item is on the boss. So
yeah, if we get that third item in the H room or the U room coming up, then unfortunately that could mean we're stuck going over to iced tea for no reason.
Yeah.
And I say no reason knowing that could be the big key. But we did have a small key there in the H room. But I think this is going to turn out to be a hookshot locked ice.
Was it 2 keys on the right side?
I think we had just 1 key on the right side, and I think we're going to get big key soon. And I say that it's going to be a hookshot locked right side.
So you actually can get to the right side with the key in the big chest, right?
You could still spend the keys to have yourself required to do a bomb jump over to right side with this key layout. But there were no items there, so it doesn't really matter either way. All the items would not be hook locked. Believe me, this is one of those things that as a commentator, as a runner, is the most confusing to try to reconcile every race. Hey, there's our third bottle.
Yeah. So that means we know where the last item here is on Cold Stare.
I can speak from very personal experience there, where I thought this dungeon was hookshot locked and was a pendant, and it turned out hookshot was still on ped. So you put in the effort to know logic on these kinds of things, and it still can burn you. We are going to hit the refill room here. I like the play. It's nice. It's a quick one. Now, Kaede did go south, but decided not to pick up the smith.
Yeah, I skipped out on hammer pigs as well. All right, Cold Stare. What do you got? Nice cold. Yeah, it's a really nice Cold Stare fight. So nothing in Ice Palace. What do we got? There's not a lot left. We can rescue the old man and check the item on the Spec Rock and get the item inside Spec Rock. We've got a Gina. We have the Smith Chain.
I think you go Death Mountain, get yourself the save and quit point, check Spec Rock, and then do Spike Cave.
We've got Pyramid and Catfish. Shiva's probably going to do the flipper checks here.
Lagina? Oh, Mushroom turn in.
Oh, right. Yeah, we've had the mushroom for a long time.
And it looks like Kaede might be making the same play.
After mushroom, all of the checks are pretty bad. I feel like you're right. I like the mountain play the most. Agina is a real feel bad at this point.
Yeah, it's one of those checks that you look at and you're like, oh, if I only had boots.
Yeah.
But watch, mirror or hookshot be there required for the boots. And yeah, she was going to continue this over to the Zora checks.
Yeah, this makes sense. Kaede gonna get an Ice Palace here. So gonna get each runner gonna cover some ground that we've seen from the other one. Shiva wasn't able to check Sick Kid, but you don't really want to go all the way back to Kakariko.
Yeah, I think the only what will bring us there is just a question of, maybe pairing that with the Smith chain.
Yeah, that's that's awful.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of it, but that's the only way I think you do it is, you're pairing those bad locations together now.
Yeah. All right, we'll see how Kaede routes this dungeon. So if you're in ShivaHaze's shoes here, you're heading up to the mountain next?
I think so. That's probably our densest play right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's got... I don't always follow this myself, but the idea of checks per minute. And I feel like that's our best bet right now.
So he's going to check out Hobo first. This is the typical Ambrosia seed. Give you a bunch of stuff and then make it all meaningless and have to clear everything.
This was a great start. I really thought maybe we weren't going to see the bad Ambrosia, and then for some reason it still reared its head.
I mean, once they get like a hookshot or a mirror, probably have Turtle Rock open to us. So looking for a hookshot, looking for the mirror, I'm looking for flute, and then possibly Bombos. That's hard.
Yeah. I mean, whichever item we get, it's gonna send you to a dungeon at this point. You get near, you're staying on the mountain, you're doing Hera and TR, potentially TR, I guess.
I really hope we do get that Go Mode Swamp possibility and see how our runners route it.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting play. We are going to get that Lumberjack Ledge Scout. We haven't really had the ability to even think about this.
Yeah.
So this is about the only time I think we're going to have that thought.
And just $20. So we're going to get our first look at the mountain. And the only thing we can do here is rescue the old man and check out the top of Spec Rock and get the item inside Spec Rock.
And Spike Cave.
Oh, right. I forgot about Spike Cave. Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that kind of... It's the combination of the three obtainable items that make me like this play. I think if it was just Old Man and Inside a Spec Rock, I'd be a little less sure on this. Hey, there's that power.
Well, that's better for Shiva as far as checking the Kakariko checks. Like he has just Sick Kid, Sick Kid and Magic Bat. Both are trash, but
yeah, this definitely lends itself to making that play for Smith Chain. And worst case, I think if we get nothing out of these checks, you can do the play into CAC, do Sick Kid and Powder, then head, grab the Smith, do that turn in, grab Purple Chest, and do Purple Chest in the desert.
How you gonna get into desert?
Agina, I mean, at least. Yeah. One check in the desert area.
All right, there's Ice Palace finished for Kaede. ShivaHaze going to use that fairy he just got out of the Waterfall Fairy.
I like that use of the fairy for sure. This is a nice little opportunity to maybe save some magic just in case we get something sending us to a magic important dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Nothing on the mountain. So there's 3 checks. Is there? Is it a pyramid, catfish, Agina? Oh, Smiths. It's the 2 Smith chain. Yeah. Gosh.
Those are 5 terrible checks. I don't care who you are. I hate all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the shovel's already been checked, so that's not on the table. Powder's already been checked, so that's not on the table. All right, so Shiva's choosing Pyramid Catfish over Sick Kid, Powder, Smith.
And like knowing what I know, I'm like, this is a better play. But if I was in Shiva's shoes, I probably would have done the opposite.
Yeah, it's Mirror and Purple Chest. I'm just telling you. Mirror and Purple Chest. I've played Ambrosia. It's Mirror and Purple Chest.
Yeah, that does seem to be a thing.
Another bottle.
We are not attaining bottle percent today.
And what stinks is he can't even route, like he can't do catfish and then route left because he doesn't have a hook shot. We should shout out our tracker today too, Philistine. Thanks for tracking for us.
Yeah, Philistine doing a great job across the board, helping keep all the items in line.
All right, catfish. You think it's here?
I mean, that's a great item.
Oh boy.
I've heard it referred to as Go Mode Bugnet, but
Okay, so Shiva gonna go Kakariko here. Check Sick Kid. Check Powder. Grab the Smith. And then get his 10 arrows from the Smith, go back into the Dark World, turn in his Purple Chest, get his heart piece from the Purple Chest, and get his hook shot from Agina. That's my guess.
That's a combo.
Yeah. So Kaede finished up with the mountain plays. And it looks like he'll be doing the Smith chain here, as he's already done Sick Kid and the Powder. So you see actually how close we are. We're
these checks are starting to even out.
yeah.
Kaede having made a lot of those early checks that just weren't the answer. Now Shiva's having to return and just do all of them in a row.
Yeah. So I think actually we have a little bit of a lead switch if Shiva was in front, which it seemed like just because they were ahead in dungeons. Feels like Kaede's actually just seconds ahead now.
Yeah, it comes down to what Kaede pairs this with.
Oh, right. Kaede still hasn't done Pyramid Catfish. That's true.
Yeah.
Might do a world tour here. I don't know. That seems unlikely. And it hasn't done Hammer Pegs either, though.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a Froggy World Tour. I will say I'm surprised by the save and quit immediately there. I understand it, hoping to do, if you're going to do Purple Chest with grabbing or with hammer pegs.
Uh-huh.
But I've definitely seen cases where that mirror is in hammer pegs.
Oh, right.
And you hate that feeling skipping it.
I didn't really want to skip that sink chest, even though they knew it was map. It was just weighing on them.
Yeah. At a certain point, you're like, maybe I skip it.
Yeah, totally.
Did I skip an item?
Yeah. Is it going to be the Smiths?
I think it's got to be at this point. If it's a Gina, I know both of our runners are going to feel terrible.
Do you think the actual Smith has it or Smith Purple Chest?
I've heard, I have a friend who says it's, always wants mirror on Smiths. I hate that, but I can't deny it's looking really likely.
There's a heart piece.
Okay. So
I'm telling you, it's a Gina. It's going to be a Gina. So when you start this seed and you see that boots are in Swamp Palace and you leave Escape with everything that they left, even leaving Kakariko with everything that they had, you feel like you're going to get... Do you feel like you're going to get the boots pretty early?
Swamp Palace is one of those checks I don't feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get an early boots. I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be one of those boots checks that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
To answer the question in chat, ShivaHaze did do a hammer pegs check before leaving Dark World to do Ice Palace.
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of a high five here at the Purple Chest.
Yeah, I mean, for ShivaHaze, this becomes, the last checks. It's Purple Chest into a Gina at this point. And yeah, our runners synced up right now. Everything is even. Except for the fact that Kaede is going to give us...
What?
Is this going to be walking Purple Chest?
Catfish?
Ooh.
Oh, man. I don't know about this. All right, Sniper. Is it in Purple Chest or is it in Gina?
Let's just make it full trash with Purple Chest. Full mirrorless Smith chain for the progression. Everybody loves it, right?
Yeah. There it is.
And I like this from Shiva going the rest of the way.
Yeah.
You're already here. This is your best chance at a Gina. Find out, did I miss something here?
What?
I mean, technically this works. No,
Full
this
state?
doesn't. We don't have a mirror to check. Hey, there's our gold sword.
And all the swords were available very early.
Sphere 1 was super rich today.
Is the purple chest still going to be there?
I don't know. I feel like Kaede wouldn't make that play unless we knew that that was going to stay.
Wow.
Okay.
Learn something new. I don't know the advantage of leaving it there. Like, it's not like he dashed with it. You know what I mean? Like, he left it and dashed off.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the definitive advantage is there. Maybe the ability to not have to worry about picking it back up as many times. Like, if there was something on the pyramid, you might, you mash A and drop the chest for a bit.
I don't know.
But
That
the
was,
walking speed doesn't change.
yeah. All right, so small key in the basement of Hera. This is a crystal. We'll see if they... All right, so do you do the basement or you hope for... Yeah, you go check the rest of the mountain first,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
I am firmly in the camp of I would check the rest of the mountain first, hope for a hook shot, allowing me to skip the rest of this dungeon.
Yeah.
I understand the play here, the inclination to want to do this. Clear the dungeon while you're here. But I think it's just as viable to say Hera doesn't exist right now.
Yeah, I feel like with Paradox and Spiral Cave, and Super Bunny, should even TR possibly. I don't know if I'd want to do the basement here.
Yeah, we're not a ton away from go mode. Like, realistically, at this point, you're looking for probably just flute and hook.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I play for that scenario.
Yeah.
Question in chat, would anybody consider going Swamp House for the possibility of getting your boots? I say no.
Nah.
I think it's a very adventurous play, but you're hoping for them to be in the front and then them to lock something. Like, you're almost praying for a bonk rock hook shot, a king two hook shot, or a bonk shot. Like,
yeah, that's a
one of
Hail
those
Mary.
three.
That's
Yeah.
a really big Hail Mary.
So there's our first item.
And don't need to check the big chest at this point.
Yeah, so unless this is hookshot on Moldorm, like, you could save time on this dungeon.
Two swipes at Moldorm and down he goes. So not here.
Yeah. I mean, this does also open up Pyramid Fairy, so could be something.
We'll see if Kaede makes the same play. Nope. And he's off. So gonna save some time here. Which he needs to do. Nothing there on the floating island. We might be coming down to a Turtle Rock play here.
Yeah, and I think there's a chance that if... Interesting, Kaede skipping Spiral here. Just jumping straight down the mountain.
No, save a little bit of time. Just $5 there.
Apparently, just money for both of our runners.
All right, I'm gonna find something here, right? Flute.
I hope, but I feel like the seed. This might just be the times the seed saying, "No, you're going into Turtle Rock."
There's a bomb and 10 bombs. Single rupee, some more bombs, and a completely empty Paradox Cave.
Wow.
Turtle Rock, anybody?
Yeah. Question becomes, does Kaede go in and do Spiral Cave now? Like, that's the only issue I'm seeing here is this almost re-incentivizes a climb back down the mountain.
No, skipping it. Probably feeling pretty bad about that purple chest, even though it was, you know, he doesn't know this, but both of the runners basically last locationed it.
Yep.
But when you're playing, you know,
yeah, in this kind of
you're
situation, you're like,
yeah,
my opponent clearly would have hit this
yes.
sequence first.
So now I got to make some skips.
Yep.
Tournament racing is stressful. It really is. It's easy from the booth to say this is, you know, make this play or make that play or whatever, but when you're in the moment, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I feel this right now.
So here we go. Let's say you find the hook shot. Do you finish the dungeon?
Ooh.
Because I imagine we're going to find hook shot or flute here.
The problem is that even hookshot flute doesn't help that much. It's
yeah,
just
it's true. Flute doesn't. Yeah,
it's a few checks. And yeah, Kaede's really playing aggressive here. Skipped Super Bunny as well. Super Bunny didn't have anything. Luckily, Kaede remembering we don't have hookshot there. That's always it feels bad.
Yeah. So we'll get flute here to get the hook shot off of Landmo.
Ooh. With boots in the front of swamp? Required to clear desert?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm terrible. But no, realistically, I think, you know, if I get flute, the one thing I really do consider possibly before even checking the Mire area is maybe even doing Pyramid Ferry. We do have complete Pyramid Ferry access.
Yeah.
It's in Logic right now.
Bullied there a little bit.
Yeah, luckily between our blue mail and powder already, not too worrisome. Unfortunately, ShivaHaze going the wrong direction here on TR. This is hard to do.
That's feel bad, yeah.
You know, one of the things you kind of get used to is at high play, we build up a muscle memory for doing something quote unquote the right way, and to break that pattern is really hard. Like the number of times during some of these modes I've even told myself, I know what is in this chest is not required, I still open it.
Yeah, we're an hour and 13 in. You got the mirror out of purple chest. You're not you know, if you play this game, you know the feeling, that feeling. You just don't feel good.
I think the one, you know, if I'm in Shiva's shoes, the one thing I can say is like, okay, I know I last located mirror, but likely my opponent did. And I think if you can keep that in perspective, it really helps.
Right. That's the hard thing, though, is keep it in perspective.
Yeah, I think we all assume our opponents are God visions.
Yep. So we're going to get a check of Mimic Cave and then the big chest. Here's a question for you. What are these players playing for? Are they playing for spots in the bracket still, or?
So yeah, this is Group E, and actually Group E, the 2 runners are figured out. Shiva is moving on along with Matt 7898, but Shiva still has 2 games to go. One against Kaede here, and then another against James FNX. So this is mainly for seeding for ShivaHaze.
I see.
Currently, ShivaHaze at 3-1, as well as Matt. Matt beat ShivaHaze earlier, and then ShivaHaze beat Matt. So they split their matchups.
So what happens if they both finish 5-1, and they split? Do they have to play a tiebreaker?
I forget how that works specifically for this one. For that kind of tiebreaker. Usually when we talk about tiebreakers, the big thing is like one runner is moving on and the other one is going home. I forget what the actual rule set is if both runners are moving on.
Okay, so Shady Force says Matt's ahead on tiebreaker because he was a higher qualifier seed.
Okay.
That's a nice, easy tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's a lot easier, I think. Because I know we are looking at some tiebreaker races next week. It looks like already. I think I've seen some 4-2 ties that need to be resolved. So I think we will get at least a tiebreaker race sometime next week with still plenty to figure out. And that's not a seeding question. That's a somebody's moving on and somebody's out kind of thing.
So far, nice 2 laser skips from Kaede. Still looking for progression. Uses that cape. There's our hook shot.
And you said early hook shot. Do I go? This is late hook shot. I'm finishing.
Yeah, there's 2 items. You got the item on Shrine X, and then you got the green pendant as well. So, flute go mode. I guess possibly Bombos.
So we talked about this really early. How are we playing Swamp Palace now?
Yeah, especially when they find flute in Hookshot Cave. I feel like since you're still looking for flute and you know that the boots are there, you probably do left side. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a tough decision. And I don't even have a good answer on this one. I like having boots for GT, but I don't know if I would want to invest the time in the left side on this.
I just want the flute to be before we get to Swamp Palace so that they have a decision to make.
Yeah.
So nothing on Trinex, but we do get that green pendant.
And I don't think we're turning that in necessarily too fast.
Let's see if Kaede didn't even check Super Bunny. So definitely will check Hookshot Cave.
Well, does Super Bunny just kind of become forgotten?
I think it probably check it if we're not here. And again, just because you get flute, that doesn't necessarily mean you're in go mode yet either. All right, there's $50. We got our piece of heart. There's the Keen of Berna. And 3 bombs.
Okay, so no flute in Hookshot Cave for us.
So Kaede still has some things to do. He might do Hera now, and he might even possibly do Spiral Cave.
Yeah, the only problem is I don't like the walking back and forth now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think you leave Spiral and go do Hera.
Hera's locking 4 items in Kaede's mind. You got the 2 in the dungeon and then the 2 on Pyramid Ferry at this point. I think realistically you do Hera, and I think you skip Spiral Cave. Like I if we walk back after this, I would really I'm really not a fan of that possibility right now.
Mm-hmm.
So for Kaede, I think you do Hera, you do Swamp, and if you don't find your flute, you do Swamp into Pyramid Fairy,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe even take that into like Graveyard Ledge King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got K45 open. We've got Graveyard Ledge open now. So Shiva's going to check out Hookshot Cave for sure, and then we'll probably just beeline to Swamp Palace from here.
Yeah. Now, here's another thought. Do you check K45 before going into Swamp?
Nah. If I didn't know the boots were in Swamp, I would probably check K45 first. But
Okay.
knowing that the boots are in Swamp, I'm kind of prioritizing those. You're really hoping for first chest boots, really. That's the best case scenario. I still might just skip left side too, if they're not the first two checks.
Yeah. I think you're hoping for the God Swamp, as rare as it sounds.
Yeah. I mean, boots are probably just on the boss.
Yeah. Realistic.
It's kind of not doing Super Bunny. I mean, excuse me, Spiral Cave. Just Super Bunny or Spiral Cave doesn't exist for him.
I mean, sure, without boots, whoever wants to do Spiral Cave?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, even with boots, I still don't want to do Spiral Cave.
I feel like it's a better check than it is in something like Cross Keys. I think it's my
Yeah,
least favorite
for sure.
connector.
Yes, for sure.
At least you can stay on the mountain in this mode.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 120. Let's say 122, heading into Swamp to get not only a crystal, but to find these dang boots.
And we're still very close. Like, even with the routing decisions by both of our runners, this is really getting close.
Yeah, Kaede ended up saving time, not doing the basement of Hera, not doing Spiral Cave, able to make up some of the time there. I missed the first check in Swamp. I didn't see what that was. Was it an item?
If it was, it doesn't look like it. Or at least it doesn't look like it was something important, according to Philistine didn't track anything, and I trust Philistine on that.
Yeah, for sure. I just don't know if it was a dungeon item or not. Okay, it's 50 rupees according to chat, so item 1.
Yep, it was money. Okay.
All right, so we're going to go down south here. Let's see what this is. Looking for boots. No whammies, no whammies. Compass. Oh. That's actually the worst. Compass or map is actually exactly what you don't want to see. So Shiva
got one item on left side for sure now.
Yeah, so Shiva playing it safe, gonna go do left side. I think I'm still doing the back first.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, you're one item from go. I think you want to believe that you're one item from go.
Yeah.
And, you know, this just goes back to one of the things that's really I'll say dangerous about this mode is how much tunnel vision you start to get as soon as you have that boots hint. You're like,
Yeah.
I want boots. And sometimes it influences your decision making in maybe not the best way.
So both runners doing the same route. No one's going to gain or lose time here. Both using Samaria for diver down. Left side, we've got silvers. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna say no to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to save some time between the Vidi fight and the Ganon fight. That might make up for the time spent. I think it's still going to be a little bit of a time loss, depending on how smooth your Vidi fight and Ganon Phase 4 are.
Okay.
But it can save at least a little bit of time.
The peace of mind, though, is there was 2 items over there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna find maybe the map in the back here. Yeah, not upset about finding silvers on the left side.
No. I think the only thing is, like, if we find boots and flute here in the back, there's definitely going to be... Okay, there's our big key.
boots are going to be in the big chest now.
Well, and ShivaHaze is heading straight for Argus anyway.
Yeah, I know. You go back. You clear it out first. And... All right. So boots are either on Argus or in the big chest. Big chest is just mean.
Yeah, going back up stairs in Swamp Palace is actually a terrible check. We can't actually get rid of stair gravity, is the best way to put it. I don't know if our chat's familiar with this one, but you go back up these stairs in the room and Kaede's in, and for some reason the stairs just vacuum you back downstairs that first time, and it never feels good. There's ways to break it if you have boots, but yeah. So here we go. Kaede's heading back upstairs. And we don't come all the way up, and we're right back down.
Right back down, yeah. All right, nice Argus fight. Are rewarded with the boots, and we are.
Yeah.
Man, I've been calling this game pretty well. I think I predicted Nier on purple chest.
And big chest is nothing. So let's see if Shiva decides to come back in or says, no, it's all the other checks I have available now.
Yeah, I think you go back in, right? You full cleared everything. He's full cleared everything else. He's played very thorough. Not going to let anything... he's not going to skip anything that would really swing the race for him. So believing in his execution, I think this is smart. And you get a dash, so...
Yeah.
So from here, you do Pyramid Fairy... No, excuse me, K45, Pyramid Fairy, Green Pendant, and then maybe route north from there.
Yeah, if I don't get it on Pyramid Fairy, I probably hookshot across the North Dark World to get Graveyard with Bonk and King.
Before Green Pendant?
Yeah, I think so. I Graveyard Ledge is a bad one-off right now, and I would hate to leave it. I don't know. Do you mirror right after the Pegs bridge?
Yeah, I
just
think
to go do Green Pendant.
I mean, yeah.
I don't
know. That's tough.
Like, I agree. I think you do Pyramid Fairy first, but before you go north, are you saying hit Green Pendant?
Yeah, I think mirror outside of the castle or outside the pyramid, and then.
Yeah, that's a fair way to go about it. I think at this point.
There's the boots for Kaede.
Honestly, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here.
Sure.
I get your play. I don't know if I would do it myself, but I could see, like, if that's the play that works out, I don't disagree with it being a valuable way to go about it. And we are going to go for that bomb dupe here. So we're getting the back and forth, and there we go. There's the bomb dupe.
Nice. I think it's going to be here.
And I think either way you open both chests here, even if it is.
Oh, not here.
Nice spin speeds from ShivaHaze there.
Yeah. And he is going to go immediately north. So you got King's Tomb, Graveyard Ledge, Bonk Rocks.
And honestly, I just might do Graveyard Ledge first, and then leave my mirror portal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I wouldn't want to do extra mirror transitions here, and it looks like ShivaHaze is going to do the same.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Now, if you get Flute here, do you still check Graveyard Ledge since you're right there, just in case for Bombos, or are we just playing this as go mode?
Yeah, I think you just go mode it, right?
I think so.
All right, so not Graveyard Ledge. Gonna check King's Tomb here. That's $20.
You know, this green pennant's looking better and better.
Yeah, it sure is.
And I see what chat's hoping for here. They're hoping for a book.
Yeah.
Pure chaos.
Yeah, why not? All right, Bonk Rocks. Is it here? It is not.
Green pennant's got something, and Kaede's going there.
Yeah. Wow. There's our flute. I don't want to say I told you so, but
yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with you.
Yeah. So what is it? 66% chance we're in go mode.
Yep. And even if it's not in, if it's Bombos, we're right where our remaining checks are.
The Bombos is in desert. We have ourselves a race here.
Yeah, I feel like ShivaHaze has probably got a slight execution edge in this race, but Kaede's routing has really kept this close throughout.
Do you think we're in go mode? I think we're in go mode.
I think we are.
Yeah.
And I play that this way as well at this moment. Got more than enough equipment as well.
Yeah. Yeah, of everything. One thing we don't have, I guess, would be half magic.
Who needs half magic anymore?
All right, we are in go mode. There it is. So now we're going to come down to, execution and routing these dungeons.
Yeah, Meyer GT routing cannot be understated here. Meyer can be a little bit straightforward depending on where the big key is. We'll see if we get either a hover Meyer or the god or the dog Meyer, as it were.
Mm. Almost a really clean Meyer 2 there.
Yeah, just missed that one Wiz Robe, unfortunately.
Yeah, ShivaHaze playing for the crowd. Getting the bird toss there.
You know, sometimes you just know that you're on that restream and you say, I gotta have fun with it.
Yeah.
So Kaede is going for the Godmire here, hoping for the spike room or the spike chest, having our big key. And it's just a small key. So, but do we have a Hovermire?
I kind of hope it's here. It is not.
So given our keys, how are you routing the left side now? Are you doing torches and cutscene, or are you going to do torches into middle and this right side check?
I wish I knew Meyer logic better, key logic better.
I
I'm
think
not
the only thing I know is that if there's a small key in torches, it's in vanilla.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't want to do. I don't want to do cutscene if I don't have to. Oh, you forgot to hit the switch. Small things. This race is close. These are the small things that. They make the difference, right? There's
Okay, I'm
one
going
item
back into the right side.
Yeah.
And that little mishap with the switch really just closed that gap even further. And there it is.
Key. All right. Oh, and Shiva gonna do the. Oh no.
Yeah, Shiva's gonna lose a bit of time here. Although Kaede's route with that big key, I think you go into that top left door instead of going this way.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's going all the way back to the right.
Yeah, it's just these little optimizations on, on our runners that,
Yeah.
like, it's keeping it amazingly close and interesting, but there's those little moments you're like, oh, if you just make this little bit of a play, there's like 10 seconds here.
Yeah, this is a lot of time that Shiva's given up, though. I definitely understand wanting to be thorough, but I just do not want to do that check. That's like the last check I want to do.
Yeah. And I get it in some ways because, like, if it is cutscene and you went over and did this arena chest as well as the one right next to big chest, it feels terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think sometimes you gotta, maybe hope that the seed wasn't as trash at the end as it was the rest of the way.
Yeah. So Kaede getting spooky, though, not getting it on the first couple of shots.
Yeah, luckily had the full magic. Shiva having to be really careful here, though. Down to only 2 hearts heading into the basement.
Yeah, he's got powders. Nothing's really. You don't really worry about anything hitting you here.
I think it's just the fact that you're really hoping to be able to continue with, keep your spooky.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to powder before you do spooky. All right, that's crystal number 7 for Kaede. So we are going to be heading up to GT, and as long as everything stays the same, he'll be the first one heading into GT first. And I guess we'll be guessing where that big key is.
Yeah, we got 22 locations in the basement. I mean, we got those boots so late. I'm almost hoping boots matter at some point in the seed.
Yeah.
Besides the little bonus in, movement speed and feeling great there, I want to go and hope that they mattered.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so Shiva will. Nope, doesn't even have to. Not even gonna powder. He's got silver arrows. He's not even worried about it. I think it's good.
Total confidence in the silver arrow play here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be sweating a little bit, even with
even
with the loadout.
I don't disagree with you. The rogue eye does get you every so often. No matter how many times I've played this game, I've definitely been tagged by like one of those mini eyes. With silvers.
You fire the arrow, the eye moves. Next thing you know, you missed it and you're tagged. And
I'm not even saying a lightning. Like I don't worry so much about like having video lightning me. I'm worried about one eye deciding today I really want to mess you up.
Yeah. Bonk rocks getting in the way of Kaede just a bit there. Same with Shiva. Here we go. Did you make a guess for the big key?
Not officially. I just said I hope it's on the torch.
Oh, right.
Do you have an official guess?
I don't know. I usually like to go with either 6, maybe 9, one of those two. Gonna get into GT at 139.20 for Kaede. Gonna go Hope Room first.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen a lot of DM routing, or at least pseudo DM routing.
No small key on the right side.
So yeah, this definitely will raise the question of how Shiva decides to route, and do we get a play in, you know, if we get the DM room, are you going to go back to right side?
Yeah. Not on the torch. In fact, no keys in the first 3 checks. All right, Stalfos room, what do you got? Still no keys.
Wow. And there's always at least, there we go. There's one. I feel like we're going to get a second. No, we
There's
get the
our
book.
Oh, and he's going right.
Ooh.
That's like
Okay, I don't believe in, like, I don't think there's a right way to do this. I think it's all about committing to your style.
Yeah.
But I have heard, you know, people have analyzed numbers about GT routing numerous times. I have heard the idea that if you get multiple keys between Hope and DM room, like, there's good reason to do right side. But I feel like this number of keys is a little too small to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, well, it might work out. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
This is a bold play. I don't know if I've ever seen right, left, right. I just don't know if I've ever seen that. There it is.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
And this is going to pay off because ShivaHaze is
Yeah.
going full left.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the most common strat, though, you see is you go left, grab a key, you know, guarantee yourself a key, and then mirror and go right. Or you do Hope Room. If you get a key, you go right. If you don't, you go left, and you do Compass Room last.
Yeah.
I've run this game a lot. I don't think I've ever seen someone go Hope Room, no key, Stalfos Room, mirror. I just don't know if I've seen that before.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've seen it, but it's usually one of those strategies I probably look at and go, I don't like the excess mirroring. Like, I think that's the way I look at that, but wow, it didn't pay out today.
Yeah, it was big. Really, really big. So kind of gonna have some time to work with here through the gauntlet and the climb. Making nice work.
Yeah, this is that one section, you know, you can always just practice. No matter how many runs you do, this is almost always going to be the same. So I feel like this is that part of the run where every runner's like, I know what I'm doing here. Nice one cycle on Landmo too.
Silver arrows make quick work of Ice Armos. And back towards the Compass Room for ShivaHaze. We'll be picking up his big key here shortly. As Kaede finishes up the climb. Gonna have to grab a key from the mini helmet here. Actually, I think there's probably a key up here.
Yeah, I think unless possible for a big chest to have one as well. I don't know.
Yeah. And there's the big key for Shiva. So as he starts the climb, Kaede going to be entering Aga 2 here in just a moment. This was an interesting seed.
Yeah.
To say the least. Kind of always that way when you get a mirror and purple chest.
Yeah, that is a rough position, and you know, it didn't really influence the race. Neither runner made the call early for it.
Mm-hmm.
This really just comes down to GT routing more than anything in the
Mm-hmm.
little calls in Mire. Like, I don't even know if ShivaHaze does a pure Dark Magician, I don't know if that changes the outcome here.
Mm-hmm. All right, so on to the gauntlet for Shiva as the bat drops through the hole and Kaede gets ready to face old Ganon here.
Yeah, and that was a really good fight by Kaede against Saga 2. Not the greatest patterns, and being able to get that at 3 cycles, still really impressive.
Yep. All right, here we go. With Gold Sword, just needs 6 hits on the first 2 phases.
Still gonna break out that
chances.
cape.
Yeah, with the cape there. Already through phase 1 and 2. You just need Ganon to stop warping, slash him 4 times, and then plug 4 arrows into him. Call it a day.
We also get that 1 cycle over on ShivaHaze's side.
So this will put, with Kaede finishing this race, we'll put Matt in first, right? And Shiva in second place.
Yes, that will guarantee
Officially.
the outcome of this group no matter what. Matt is going to take first in Group E with this out result if it holds.
Oh man. Kaede having a little bit of a rough time here with the fire bats. Out of magic, gonna pop that blue potion. Letting go of the controller there is also very smart, making sure you don't take a fall.
It is so hard to do. There is the temptation to wanna move. But that is silver arrow number 4, and Kaede just gonna shoot some arrows. But yeah, get your GGs in chat for Kaede Rukawa. Just needs to cross the bridge. And does so, finishing with an official time of 1:47:45. So ShivaHaze is going to finish out this seed. Just has Aga 2 and Ganon left. But in the meantime, we are joined by Kaede Rukawa. GG.
Hello guys, GG. Thanks.
We're just going to let, I think we're going to let ShivaHaze finish this one out first, and then we'll try to get both of you in for the full interview going.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, these Aga 2 patterns, not exactly the most friendly. Some hard angles to hit on this one, but ShivaHaze getting through it. But with the equipment we've got, this is going to be a pretty straightforward end to the seed. ShivaHaze giving us the Final Fantasy 10 MSU. This is a good one.
Yeah, this is
Gotta
hot.
say, this track really gets you kind of amped up for a Ganon fight. There's our first silver arrow, and gonna go for at least a double, maybe hoping for the triple. I don't know if we have the space for it. Nope.
Not quite.
But still gets a nice double, and there is silver arrow number 4 for ShivaHaze. Just gonna cross that bridge and finish this one up. And there we go. ShivaHaze finishing with a 151.01. GG's to ShivaHaze. So as we wait, oh wait, it looks like Shiva's going to be here just in a second. And we are now joined as well by ShivaHaze. GG.
GG.
So,
That was a rough
Shiva,
one.
GG's.
yeah, this was a great one to watch between the two of you. Back and forth the whole way. The flute, you were probably within about a minute or less, maybe like 30 seconds of each other on that flute find. So great race to the end.
Yeah,
I
I
got
think
lucky.
I did a couple checks more, which made the difference. And my GT routing was also unlucky, so. But it was a really good race. I really enjoyed it. Even the seed wasn't the best one. And after clearing all the crystals, you get all the bottles, and I got 4 bottles after the crystals. That was pretty strange, and the powder, all the safety stuff. After finishing the crystals, till we found the key with the mirror, which is an item you don't want to see so late, because you have to do all the other checks again, like Graveyard Cliff Cave and Cave 45.
Right.
Pretty unlikely checks. I was kind of the one check with the shuffle that I could have routed the smith in there. Might have saved some time. I forgot about it, that I need to do the shuffle, and when I thought about it, it was too late because I left the smith. It could have saved some seconds, but yeah.
Yeah, I do want to ask a little bit about that because, you know, you decided to do hammer pegs and skip Smith for a bit, but still did shovel before ice. Kaede, you also had a little bit of a different route there, deciding not even to do the Smith chain at all. Or I think you skipped hammer pegs and skipped grabbing
Yes.
the Smith before heading to Ice Palace, even
I did
doing
the,
South Dark World.
I did the
Yes.
hammer packs.
Oh, did you do the hammer pegs? I must have missed that
Yes.
one. Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
go ahead, sorry.
No, just say.
Okay. So, I was expecting to find a mirror in a location before doing anything else. So, that's why I skipped the Smith chain. Like, you never want to do that on a race.
Yeah.
It's like really 50-50 coin flip meme check. It's just like that. I don't know. I had ice, I had South Route on Dark World, so I went straight for that. At the beginning, I was thinking, okay, I may grab the Smithy, but I decided to leave it for later.
I think even if I did the smith with the shuffle, I still would last locate the purple chest, I guess, because There was
Yeah.
no other check. I mean, you get the powder and can do that one and the sick kit and then go for the purple chest. But in the end, I think I would last located anyway, so didn't matter. Just could have saved a little bit of time with the smith routing in with the shuffle instead of safe quitting twice.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's a
And
lot of nice ways around that one.
that was pretty mean. I mean, also the thing with the green pendant. I thought about it just handing out the green pendant, but that's so unlikely without boots and without flute, and you can also get the flute chest on the way in in Swamp Palace. So why
Right.
would you go to the green pendant then without boots and without flute? I mean, if I had one of those items, I would have given the green pendant. But yeah, it's unlikely.
Boot's not exactly doing either of you favors in this one. You get that hint for Swamp, and unfortunately that's your second to last crystal, so...
Yeah,
I was
pretty
tempted
rough.
to enter when I found the mirror. So imagine. Oh my god, those dudes. Wow, this game mode is a huge meme.
This
I
would
don't
have been
have
my
good
win
experiences.
if you
It's
go
always the
in
same.
there without without the hookshot and not finding the boots.
It's
But
funny because at the
I had a
beginning, go.
sorry.
Sorry.
No, I had a seat with the hookshot in Swamp Palace that was also unlikely.
And silver arrows, whatever. It's funny because at the beginning, when I wrote, fire rod, all that stuff appeared, I was like, okay, this medallion for sure is for Turtle, and I put it on the on the track, and it was quick. It was quick. So it's really dumb. And I saw the green pendant when I went to Saha at the beginning. I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask Saha where's the green pendant, and I was like, okay, Turtle. Yeah, for sure, there's gonna be something there, and it was again. Turtle Green Pen and always trolling, I don't know. Random being random, I guess.
We had not much options at that point, and 2 items were missing, so I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
didn't even think about not going into Turtle Rock.
I even skipped Spiral, so imagine. I don't know. I went straight to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, there was some
huge
very
win.
interesting routing with Turtle, or the whole mountain for both of you. Shiva, you full clearing Hera first trip in. Shiva Kaede skipping it. Whereas, yeah, the spiral cave as well. You know, some very interesting choices between the two of you.
I think you did a better choice, because if you find the hookshot, you can just skip a lot of Hera, because the big key
Yeah.
was in the basement. That was a pretty smart choice to just go for the density first.
It's a 50-50. When I check the front tower of Hera, it's more like a 50-50 because of the Ambrosia game mode, knowing that Moldor has an item, so it worked out at the end.
Yeah, really strong play there. Did save some time getting to skip that tower room check. So
So you did Turtle Rock before Hera?
Yes, I did front
That's
Hera, Paradox, and then I entered Turtle. Yes.
I mean, Herapod saved a lot of time then. You don't need to do the big key and also getting both items out of it.
I got lucky with that.
I mean,
And that's it.
it's just 2 items, so it's really okay to do that, I think.
yeah, I
And-
mean,
Yeah, it's okay. And also, I'm a worse player, so I'm the underdog here. I need some crazy plays or gambles, and yeah.
Honestly, Fear and I had
Would
been
love
talking
it.
about the play to skip the Hera, and we were kind of in that camp on your side on this one, Kaede. We were both like, this is a really smart way to route it. Just hope, that you can kind of skip the big key at the end there. So
Yeah, I know the hook shot may appear on Paradox, so let's gamble on that. Or
Yeah.
Tartar. And it worked.
Now, of course, this is, just we were talking about what this means for the situation for Group E or End Game, as it's been referred to. Kaede, this is your final race.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not going to be moving on to the bracket stage. Any thoughts?
I'm so happy with the performance I had. I mean, as a little reminder, I had a really bad first week on the qualifiers, and I dropped a lot of points on the first 3 qualifiers, so I managed to qualify on the last games because of the drops too. So I'm okay with that. I'm leaving the tournament with a win, 2 and 4. I mean, I was expecting to go 1-5 or 0-6. Like Shiva is really good, and Matt is a potential winner of this tournament. So, and also James is really good too. We are kinda even on that matchup, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think there's a way to dodge good runners in this tourney. If anybody's got tips on how to do it, let me know. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Yeah, maybe I would prefer to raise you instead of Matt, I'm not throwing anything bad on you or that. You're good too. Or I'm just saying that I have more chances against you.
No, I
instead of-
completely understand what you mean. Meanwhile, ShivaHaze, you have a game left still against James, it looks like.
Yeah, we're gonna race up to on Friday,
Okay.
like 70 CST, like today, the same time. Yeah, it's just a fun race more, but
Yeah,
I really
maybe get a
enjoy
little better
playing
seating.
those games. Even it doesn't matter for the stats anymore. But yeah, we have a lot of really good races in this tourney, and our group was pretty stuck. I guess we had a really hard group, I would say, and yeah, I think it's rando. And even if you're feeling like the underdog, I was like the underdog too against Matt, because Matt has really good execution. But it's rando, and you can just skip one item and you might make up the time. It's a bit risky, but everyone can do it, as at least if you're close with the execution. So
Yeah, routing is kind of king in this game. There are definitely times when execution will save the day a little bit, but if you can route strong, you can take out any race.
that's true. And I really enjoy playing this tournament, because the qualifiers are already really fun, with like 100 people racing A Link to the Past at the same time. That's crazy. I really love it. It's great. And all the community is so kind. And yeah, I really enjoy racing, and also want to say thanks for the restream. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm looking forward.
Thank you for the stream.
Shiva, do you have any expectations going into brackets this year?
I already reached my goal. Like, I'm already happy with finishing up the group stage and going to the brackets. So everything else is just in Germany we would say the berry on the top. Yeah, but I would really like to get 2 or maybe 2 rounds more. I don't expect to win the tourney, but Everything is possible. It's random. Just need to be a bit lucky and play good, have good execution. I mean, even really good players can mess up things, so it's not like every can fall to Moldom or something like that. Everyone can have a bad day or just being unlucky in a race. So, but there are a lot of strong players, so it's definitely yeah. You can't say who's gonna win this tournament. I'm happy about every round I can climb more, and we will see.
Well, good luck in the next round.
Yeah, thanks.
So I guess that's going to do it for us here today on Speed Gaming for this race, but there is so much content today still. We've actually got a triple header coming up in the next hour. Well, I say triple header. We've got 3 games going at the same time. Right here on Speed Gaming, we're going to have Illis versus Asder. Over on Speed Gaming 2, we're going to have CS Tudor versus Tedo. And then over on Speed Gaming 4, I'm playing Titos. And all these matches matter still. So, or I think all of them still matter. The rest of the day today, we do have a bit of a break after this. We're going to have an 8-10 matchup between Will WC and Zelga Dasan over on Speed Gaming 3. At 8:40, we've got Killer App versus Penny Royal Oil on Speed Gaming 4. And this evening at 10:10 p.m., we've got Kazen versus Wall Kicks on Speed Gaming 3. So, and I think that's every race we still have left today. So plenty of Link to the Past action today still coming up. And we are nearing the end of group play. Saturday is the last official day for group matches. After that, we might see some extra tiebreaker races to kind of decide who's in or out. But that will remain to be seen where those are required. But I'll let you take us out, Fear.
Yeah, thanks for having me in the booth, and big shout outs to Felicity for doing the tracking for us. Really appreciate that from her. And for everyone, enjoy some rando today. Bye, everyone.